last we saw you, Missy, you were blowing up, yes?
I was just going to get you a birthday cake.
And then next thing you know.
Jeez.
But I'm assuming since you're here, you're going to be okay.
If I had a penny for every blog that I read that said, if Cameron, i.e. Summer Glau, is not in this season, I am not watching it, I would be a millionaire. Let me tell you something.
You're like, yeah, she's going to be back. She's a series regular. It's going to be fine.
Calm down. Take a shower. It'll all be okay.
Very cool. Well, a lot of those crazy, very excited fans, I say crazy in a nice way,
yes,
like the chemistry between you two, but I'm hearing that you so you maybe want something to happen there, but I hear you have a new love interest this year.
I do, in the form of Riley, a lovely, ordinary, normal girl for a change in John's life, and it's interesting. I think on the one hand he doesn't want to get in a relationship, and on the other he does for his own reasons of rebellion. I don't think against his mom, or I think just against himself in a weird way and what he's been taught. And but it does create an interesting. It was a triangle, as Summer said a little bit ago last season, between Sarah, Cameron, and John, and now it's a square of all four of us. And Derek somewhere in the middle there, too.
Yeah, is Cameron going to get a little jealous this year?
I think as much as a robot can.
Yeah.
I mean, her sole purpose and her existence is to protect John.
Right.
So anything that comes in between that is, I think, very difficult for her.
Right. Yeah, but we saw a little humanity like popping up in her towards the end of the season. Is that going to develop more this year?
I think a lot of things are going to develop this year, but yeah, I definitely think that her learning curve is accelerated, and she absorbs things so quickly. She's becoming more and more human every episode.
Do you think it's possible for a robot to have real human feelings in this sort of mythology, or do you think she's just simulating it and she's really good at simulating humanity?
I hope it's a little bit of both. I think that her awareness is dangerous. I think that that's what drew me to the role the most. So obviously I hope that it's possible that she could feel something, but I don't want to take the easy way out. I really, I'm playing a Terminator,
right,
and I want to stay true to that.
Right. There's a lot of emotion going on between you and Brian Austin Green's character. We saw in the finale, really sweet scene that everybody likes to talk about. Is that relationship going to develop more?
Yeah, the relationship between John and Derek is interesting, and we've already gotten to do a lot of stuff in this new season, almost a whole episode that really kind of delves into their thing, and it's a tricky business, the relationship, and I knew that from the get-go, because I think that John looks to him as a kind of father figure and would like that. Derek just wants to teach him and prepare him, but John kind of feels on the one hand he has to deal with all the hassle of being this entitled, incredible guy, and then has to have everybody tell him all the time what to do, and he's getting both short ends of the stick. So there's a definite friction between the two of them, even though they need each other.
Right.
Which is kind of the same with Sarah and the same with Cameron. John's got that, unfortunately, with everybody, because a lot of people need him and he needs a lot of people still. So it's a clash.
And they want to protect him.
Yeah.
If there was a different theme this season than the last, or would you say there is? And if so, how would you describe it?
I mean, obviously evolution of our characters and the storyline, but I think the biggest thing that actually makes this season so much better is that what I also liked about last season was they kind of felt like complete 1 hour long films that were sort of started and ended and started and ended. This season is such a cliffhanger-ridden, twist-ridden, jaw-dropping, no one can be trusted, no one is safe, nothing is sacred, and so every episode that ends, you're just and that I think is going to make the show way more enjoyable for the fans.
Very cool. And keep people watching from week to